Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Deputy Secretary Turk. It's always a pleasure to see a fellow UVA alum. As a member of Congress, I've been committed to working with DOE to protect our climate and environment, spur clean energy innovation, build our future workforce, and advance scientific research. And last fall, I was proud that the department selected Virginia's Jefferson Lab to lead the new high-performance data facility hub, which is a great choice to accelerate scientific discovery and promote institutional partnerships. And one of my top priorities has been workforce development, and I was glad to learn about the creation of the 21st Century Energy Workforce Advisory Board under the bipartisan infrastructure law. In February, I led my colleagues in a letter to the advisory board highlighting our priorities, which include increasing workforce opportunities for underrepresented communities, removing barriers to participation, like the lack of childcare and transportation, and worker retraining. And so, Mr. Turk, could you provide an update on the advisory board's work and how the DOE is addressing these issues from that letter?
Yeah, and thank you for all your leadership on that incredibly important issue. And Jefferson Lab is such a jewel in our crown jewels, and it's great to be able to have the hub role there as well. So workforce is an issue we spent a lot of time and funding on. We have all these jobs, we have all these manufacturing facilities, 600 new and expanded across the country thanks to the President's leadership and Congress's leadership as well. But we need to make sure we're proactive to plan for the future, to have those jobs, to have the job training, to have those opportunities, including from those communities who have not had all the opportunities that some other communities have had, and really a focus on those underserved communities. The advisory board is an incredibly important part of what we're trying to do in that space. They've had 7 public meetings already. They're putting together some analysis and a report right now. So it's moving along, but we need to make sure that all of the tools that we have to think about the workforce, to plan ahead for the workforce, aren't just analyzing and talking, but we're actually executing on that, which is what we're trying to do with our community benefits plans and a variety of other tools that we have.
Thank you for that. I also applaud the department's work to promote an equitable clean energy transition, including by requiring applicants for federal funding to submit community benefit plans, which if done correctly, these plans could meaningfully improve public engagement and community health and economic outcomes. And so could you discuss how the department will ensure transparency and accountability around the community benefit plans?
Well, thanks for raising this. The community benefits plan is a big, big deal. And I'm not sure it's getting as much attention as it should, because this is, A, how government should be doing these kinds of things, and gives us huge leverage opportunities on workforce, on environmental justice, all the other issues. What we're doing with our competitive grant money, and it's our loan program as well, is if you're going to get federal taxpayer money, you've got to actually make sure that it's not just good technology and your business plan makes sense. You've got to make sure that your manufacturing facility or what you're getting funding for is actually going to benefit the community in which you're located. And so it requires those companies to work with local community colleges, work with apprenticeship programs, work with other leaders in the community to make sure that we are getting the most leverage for that federal taxpayer money. And I think the word that you use, transparency, is so important, right? We need to have transparency in these plans so folks in the community know what the plans are, know and have an opportunity to engage early and often in that process. And we've got a phenomenal team working on this. I just met with our cross-agency team that's at the cutting edge of this just a few weeks ago for the latest update. Happy to have any further conversations that you'd like to have, but it's really, this is a game changer. It's not easy to do it. It's not easy to do it right, but this is a game changer if we pull it off.
And I really commend you all for that, because too often when projects are done, they not only don't talk about how they're going to benefit the community, but those projects often have a negative impact on the community for years. And so very excited that you're doing this. And I'll put this out for the record. You'll have to submit a response, but I wonder if you could provide us with an update on the department's work through the Earthshots initiative and other programs that promote soil carbon sequestration.
Yeah, it's a big, big deal. Happy to provide the details on it, but like carbon removal in the marine sector, in the marine space, the soil and what we do on that front is a big deal. And so we're trying to really lean in on that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.